Chief Justice failing to acknowledge in all of this the fact that politics played the role in why there is a 6-3 majority for them in the first place. The fact that Republicans led by Mitch McConnell were able to successfully hold a Supreme Court seat hostage effectively until they got the political outcome that they wanted already has compromised the composition of the Supreme Court. When you get to the point now where a group of unelected individuals are imposing and taking away, rather, rights that are overwhelmingly popular with the American people. You have an extreme minority imposing a rule on the majority that they fundamentally disagree with, and there's no means to hold them accountable, especially when some of these justices made promises during the confirmation process that they are now violating, that they are now betraying. There's no mechanism for that accountability, and that's why I think so many Americans right now hold the Supreme Court in such a low opinion, and why there is a massive unfavorable gap with the court and with the American people.
Adrian, let me play for you guys both a little bit more of the interview that Chuck did with the vice president.
Do you believe the government should put any limit on abortion?
I believe government should not be telling women what to do with their bodies. I believe government should not be telling women how to plan their families. I believe government should not be criminalizing healthcare providers. I believe government should not be saying no exception for rape or incest.
What do you make of what the vice president said there, Adrian?
No, I thought she was really good. I mean, look, she's one of our top surrogates in the country on this issue. She's, most famously spoke at Emily's List, which is a pro-choice women's organization. Right after Roe overturned this, gave this outstanding speech and really sort of solidified her place in being a top surrogate on this issue. And look, I think that she made it very clear. We're not going to get into a tit for tat in terms of, is it 15 weeks? Is it 9 weeks?
Yeah.
Is it 20 weeks? The bottom line is the court overruled or overturned a decision that has been in place for 50 years, ban off our bodies. That's where she went, and that's exactly what she should do.
So how, Kerr, do Democrats capitalize on the issue of abortion, right? You saw the success in Kansas. You saw the success in upstate New York. You've seen the success in Alaska as well. When you look ahead to the midterm elections, it's the number 2 issue for voters, the number 1 issue for Democratic voters. After that, it's the January 6 hearings. How do you capitalize on the issue of abortions going into the midterm elections?
Well, I'll tell you, in a lot of ways, Republicans have become our best unwitting accomplices here in trying to gain the political favor on this. When they're going out there and trying to scrub off their websites their extreme abortion positions, they're basically taking a spotlight telling us to look there and to run ads there and to call them out and to hold them accountable. When you have Republicans who are out there saying things like they're going to go after contraception, that this is just the beginning, that 10-year-olds who are raped should be forced to have carry their pregnancy to term. The Republicans are out there every day showing the American people how extreme they are, and it's having a major impact in terms of how successful Democrat candidates have fundraised at closing the enthusiasm gap. In fact, the enthusiasm gap is now in our favor. We've seen such a huge tide change in the election in terms of how we talked about this just 5 months ago to where we are now, and it's completely attributed to the words that Republican candidates every day are going out there saying.